Hey everyone, we are heading out to the garden to do a little work on this beautiful January day. We're gonna take this opportunity to get some stuff done in the garden. So I'm gonna take you out there, show you what we're gonna work on, and it's gonna be just a day of cleaning up. And so I don't know if that's interesting to you or not, but it'll give a good before and after. And it's just what we're doing here on the farm in January to prep for spring. So let me show you the area we're going to work on. All right, so this is it. We've got a couple perennials to clean up. I'm not going to do any hard pruning today. It is mostly just cleaning up perennials, annuals, cleaning this bed up and making sure the drip is all fixed. And then also I want to see, you can see I've already started here, but we've got rocks that were buried when we had the gravel laid and the mulch because they were there first. So I'm going to be pulling all of those out of the ground and resetting them. So we're gonna be digging out that grass, that's an annual grass, and cutting back these perennials over here too. And then we're also going to work on roosters. My brother's here helping me today. We're also working on burying our drip lines that are in our gravel area. They popped out last year, and so hopefully we're going to get them deep enough this year to where they will stay put under there, and it'll just give a nice cleaner look here on the gravel. And then we've got the chickens have made a mess right there, so hopefully we'll get that cleaned up. We just got all the vegetable garden beds cleaned up. We're probably going to get just this area and what I call as the circle bed, these two areas done here today. And then potentially, we got the vegetable garden cleaned out also and trimmed back a little bit, but we may get to actually pruning these down. I'm tired of looking at the brown blooms, and so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take those back. They're just gonna get cut back by a third, and that'll just give some nice strong stems to get a fresh start tomorrow. These are panicle hydrangeas, so they bloom on new wood, so you can cut them back this time of year. Later this week, I'm gonna be planting up that bed under a row cover, even though today we really don't need a row cover. And let's see, what else can I update you on? Over here, I don't know what we're gonna get done over here, but in the next couple weeks, we're gonna be working on this cut flower garden area. This is gonna be the no-dig garden, and you can see it's full of weeds. This is where I had the pumpkins. I actually have a video coming soon of a full farm and garden tour, but you can see our plans for this area. But we may get this all cut back today, but he did get the drip taken out of here because I had pumpkins planted here last year. So we got the drip tubes taken out, cleaned up, ready to be mowed down. So looks like a mess. I'm ready for this place to get cleaned up, especially on beautiful days like this. done and it looks so much cleaner. This makes my heart happy. I am ready for spring, at least in this area. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll take a little tour of what's here. I'll pop some pictures up on the screen of what this looks like in summer, all full, and hopefully I can find pictures of everything that I've gotten here, but let's see what we've done. All right, so we just did a little pruning on that rose bush just to do anything that kind of didn't go where I want it to, but I still need to come in and do a little bit more of a prune on that in the next couple weeks. We cleaned up all of these annuals in here and perennials. This is some Russian sage right here, so that blooms purple and really tall. I dug that up from up at the house where it spread, and so this is kind of how I'm filling up some of this space by the other plants that I've purchased. When they start to spread, I'll dig them up and bring them down here. I did see a couple spring stuff popping up here in summer. These are daylilies popping up right there. These are 2 forsythia bushes right there. They bloom a really pretty yellow color here, like end of February, early March. Show off forsythias. And what else in here? We've got a couple of red salvias in here that we cleaned up. And this area is looking really nice. I've got a good picture of this I'll pop up on the screen, but that is looking so much better. I've just got the drip pulled back right there. I think it looks so much nicer without the drip laying on it, but that will get buried this year under the mulch. This year I did just a non-dyed mulch, and so next year I'm coming in with the dark, nice black mulch because I was thinking I was going to put some vegetables in here, but I've kind of strayed from that idea, so I think I'm going to come in with the black mulch so it looks nice and crisp and clean. We've got some, let's see here, I think I've got a tag. I know these are the Daisy May daisies sitting right in here, and so that'll be so pretty with the bird bath when those bloom. These are, yes, meadow sage, rose marvel. So those are really pretty. So we've got 5 of those in here. We've got the purple flowy verbena back here, and behind me I'll show you there's 2 that have come up that I want to move, and I'm going to put them probably one over there, one there, so this bird bath kind of sits in those nice flowy purple blooms. We've got some anemones, and then there is a grass right there and peeking up right there. Those, I think, I can't remember the name of those, but they don't get very tall. This is a Autumn Brilliance serviceberry, and it gets beautiful fall colors, and I believe we just planted this last spring after I think it was in bloom, but I think it gets white blooms on it. So I'm excited for that to hopefully bloom this year. It looks like it's going to. There's another verbena right there, and then I have 2 black-eyed Susans right there. Spilling out over the edge, you can't see because it completely dies back as a coreopsis, and I just love how it spills out over the edge. I did clean it up, the stuff that was coming up here along the edge, but it'll still kind of fluff out over the edge there, so I love that. This is an iris. I believe it is a purple color, and the, let's see, Spice Girl, I think, viburnum, which is going to get moved this year. Yes, Spice Girl viburnum. It gets the most beautiful smelling blooms on it here in just a couple months, and it's just going to be gorgeous. I do need to do some pruning this year of my crepe myrtle, hoping that puts on a little bit more weight. I do have it set up on drip, and I want that to get a little bit more weight to shade the chickens a little bit there. I dug my mums up out of the pots. I'm a little late on that, so we'll see if those come back, but if not, it'll be okay. But planted those in the ground, and they usually come back. I think I just got it a little bit too late, so we'll have to see. This rose, this is I believe a Claire Austin rose. It has been moved several times on the farm. I just can't find the spot that I want it to go in. Hopefully it will be right here in this home for a while and provide the chickens with a little bit more shade. It gets the most beautiful white blooms on it. Over here, we did finish the lining the bed here. I'll turn around so you can see how good this looks. Pulled these rocks out of the ground. They were all buried, but it's just looking, it makes it look so nice and crisp. Did a little bit of a prune on my 2 hydrangeas. These are the berry white hydrangeas. Didn't touch, this is the male version of the viburnum, so that one gets blooms and berries on it. So in here, here's the other 2 verbena. I'm gonna be moving that this year. I have this in drip tape, and I originally was going to do this as my cut flower garden rows, but I have since strayed from that idea, and we're going to put the cut flower garden over in the no dig area. So I may end up switching this drip out. It is really, really wet down here. So I'm kind of thinking when I come in with drip, I'm gonna take it just to the plants, but I will probably wait until I get this area completely planted up so I know what's going there. But there are some things, where did I see it? I believe this is either daffodils or it's freesia that's popping out of the ground right there. And I think this is a purple salvia right there. I don't think we planted any tulips in this area. I don't think. It'll be a surprise if we did. The lamb's ear we decided to leave just like that. You can clean it up as the new growth emerges in spring, but I didn't want to clean it up right now because if we get another cold snap, those will just die. So I just kind of left it as is. And then I've got 3, I think one is right there. These are spring phlox, and they should spread. This is the emerald blue, and they get 4 to 6 inches tall. They're zone 2 through 9, but they spread, I want to say they spread at least 2 feet, if I'm remembering correctly. We've got some more stuff coming up here. I think that's some more either daffodils or freesia. And in here is some taller coreopsis and I believe gaillardia. We dug, you saw us dig up the iris here. It had the Bermuda grass wrapped in it, and I do not want any of that on my farm. I'm probably gonna have to spray this area because that stuff is a beast. So, took that out. And then this is, what is this? This is not stock. Yeah, I think it is stock. 2 that I started from seed. And they only bloomed to the first year, so we'll see what they do this year. We did not get anything done past this bed just because we had so many rocks to put in here to line, but everything is done in this area, ready for spring. And it just makes me feel like I've got a head start here. Well, my camera died, so I don't know where that left off, but thanks for joining me today. I know it's not the most exciting video in the world, but all of the fun stuff will be coming in just 2 months. We'll be starting to plant some things and plant up more pots and things like that. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next one.